There are roads that lead through mountains, and there are places where the mountain itself decides whether a road may exist. The narrowing pass is such a place. It lies high in the iron peaks where stone leans close to stone and the wind moves through the cliffs like a slow blade drawn across iron. The air grows thin. Their sound travels strangely. Travelers often feel the road tighten around them long before they understand why. Those who know the peaks do not speak loudly of the pass. They speak of it the way sailors speak of reefs, carefully, and only when someone asks, for the pass has always listened. Most seasons it does nothing at all. The wind passes through its teeth of stone and the road remains only difficult, nothing more. But there are winters when the mountain begins to remember something buried deeper than rock. The signs appear quietly. Echoes return from cliffs that are not there. Distances fold strangely when a traveler looks back the way he came. The sky above the ridges begins to feel heavier than it should. These things do not frighten the people of the valleys below. Mountains are old, and old places often speak in ways that living things cannot easily understand. But sometimes the mountain is not speaking. Sometimes it is carrying weight. Long ago, in such a winter, the pass drew the attention of the sky. A shadow circled above the ridges where the wind gathers hardest. The creature that rode those currents had long hunted the broken air of the peaks, but even it did not belong to the pass. It was drawn there the way wolves gather where the forest has already begun to fail. The road narrowed, stone leaned inward. Wind moved between the cliffs with a sound like iron dragged slowly across bone. Those who climbed the pass that season felt it in their steps. Each rise of the path stole a little more breath than the last. The mountain did not strike them. It did not push them away. It simply watched. And above the road, the shadow continued to circle. What followed is remembered only in fragments. Wind rushing downward, steel flashing against sky. The brief thunder of wings against stone, then silence again. The creature fell upon the broken shelves of the pass where old landslides had carved a bowl of stone high among the ridges. For a moment the wind went still, as though the mountain itself had taken a breath. But the narrowing pass had already been asked to carry too much. The struggle shook the cliffs where winter pressure had been building unseen for many seasons. Cracks that had slept for centuries opened without warning. The iron-veined stone of the peaks shifted under the weight of its own memory. The landslide began quietly. Deep beneath the rock something moved, a slow grinding sound that traveled through the mountain like a thought finally spoken aloud. Then the ridge gave way. When the dust settled, the road through the narrowing pass was gone. Stone had fallen where the path once climbed between the cliffs. The wind moved through the broken rock as it always had, but the way forward had vanished into the mountain that had once allowed it. Travelers who came later found only fragments. The body of the sky hunter lay half buried among the fallen stone. The road itself had disappeared beneath the weight of the peaks. The pass had closed. Yet the story did not end in the mountains. Rivers run down from the iron peaks into the forests of the Dominion. And water remembers what stone releases. In the seasons that followed, those rivers carried something bitter within them. Wells grew foul, villages downstream began to sicken. The disturbance that had broken the pass had not remained there. But somewhere along those quiet rivers, a single life chose to stand where the corruption rose. The water cleared. The and the mountain's wound was held. So the people of the Dominion remember two truths that are not separate: a road that closed beneath broken stone, and a river that did not break. For the narrowing pass still stands among the iron peaks, listening to the wind that moves through its shattered cliffs. And those who speak of it do so quietly, because the pass remembers broken stone. The river keeps the line, where iron peaks and waters meet. One soul still stands in